Hello, I'm Anjan and introducing the branch manager and the center manager applications of Adam. This particular application was developed by Adam, one of the pioneer companies for development of mobile handset applications for compromised devices like mobile phones and PDAs. Now this entire application has been divided into two major segments. One is the branch manager application and another is the center manager application. This application predominantly works on GPRS connectivity and can also work on offline mode if the GPRS connectivity isn't available. Now moving to the center manager application, how to start it. You can see that the logo is coming there on the screen. I have to click it in order to get it initialized. Now it's opening up. Now, as you can see, this Adam application is basically the screen is divided into three major segments. One is the serial number. The serial number is associated with a particular staff ID and the branch in which the staff is working, and is generated at the back end by the IT staff upon request by the by the center manager. And once the application is downloaded and the serial number is put into the application, it then remains as long as the application is installed on the center manager mobile. Now moving towards the PIN, this is basically the secret code, the secret ID known to the center manager, who is supposed to be the owner of the application. Now I'm inputting some of the I'm inputting the PIN. Let's say I'm inputting the PIN. Now basically there are two modes. One is the online, other is the offline. The online mode basically is used at the time of when the internet connectivity is available. Now let's say the GPRS connectivity isn't available on the phone. The center manager can select the offline mode and then he can submit his request. Now you can see that the login is now successful. And these are some of the items in the menu which are visible now. These are some of the activities that were earlier done using manual equipments like cash disbursement sheets and other sorts of document which the center manager was required to carry. Now this entire microfinance operation has been shrinked and put into a single device, and using that particular device the center manager can do a number of microfinance related activities like enrollment, like adding centers, like loan proposals, collections, disbursements, cash collection and loan utilization. Now moving towards the enrollment process, you can see a number of centers from which the enrollment can take place. Now the centers are basically the name of the center is coming, the day on which the center meeting is conducted it is coming, and the center ID at the extreme right is coming. Every center has a unique ID known as the center ID. Now I'm selecting a center which is the Manipur center. Now these are some of the questions that are asked. Now these questions are basically the part of PPI, wherein you have the poverty level of the client is captured. Now as you can see, this mobile application has been so designed as to have minimum inputs from the user, because entering data from mobile is a tedious job. Hence the input is kept to a minimum level. Now you can see that the center manager can type, like let's say the client has somewhere around one biswa of land, and can move to the next. And now this is particularly the debt amount of the client. It might be possible the client has taken a number of debts from maybe some of the family friends, maybe it's from other MFIs, it's from money lenders, etc., etc. So let's say that the client has taken no debt amounts. I can move to the next option, and this is the housing index. I can select the housing index of the client. Now housing index is something that relates with what sort of house the client has, like the pakka house, the kacha house, something like that. Now this is basically part of the PPI question. And this particular question says that how many of the kids dependents the client has. For example, I say that the client has 3 dependents. Then I can move to the next option. Now this is basically the occupation of the clients. For example, the client is a laborer or some other client. Now I can move ahead by selecting laborers, and I can just move to the next question. And this is the residence all pakka. I said no, the client is living in a kacha house. Now I'm moving towards the next PPI question, and this is all about the firewood. Basically the primary source of cooking, and in this case I am selecting default option, which is firewood. Now this is the household, whether the household who owns television. For example, I'm selecting no. The client do not have a bicycle or scooter, and no Almira dressing tables are there. You can see that all the options are basically menu driven or option based. So I can move towards the next option. Now this is how many pressure cookers or pressure pans client have. For this I'm selecting none, which is the default option, and moving towards the next question. How many electric fans the client owns. So in this scenario also default option. Now this is the PPI score that was captured. I can immediately move to the next question, and this is where I have to input the name of the client. For example, the name of the client is Sita. So I'm changing the writing language to English, and now I can enter Sita. I'm setting it to off. And I'm entering Sita. For example, this is the father's name. Father's name is Mahesh. The age is supposed to be 56. The husband's name is Rajesh. Now moving towards the next question. Okay, now I have to input the husband age, which is 66, and I have to move. No, I have to write village. Village is Manikpur. And then I can go to the next. Now I have to enter the nominee details for insurance. Now let's say the nominee name is supposed to be Raju, and this is basically the relationship of the nominee. Let's say the nominee is son, and then I can move to the next question. Now this is supposed to be the village, basically the residential information of the client. Post is Garhwa. This block is Cashpor. District is Ghazipur. This is the PIN number. Now this is supposed to be the KYC document information. Let's say the client has a voter ID. I'm pressing the next button. Then the religion of the client, let's say it's Muslim. Then I can move to the next option, and then laborer of the client is the occupation of the client. I say the occupation of the client is laborer. I can submit it, and now the enrollment data has been saved. Now this is one of the example of how the entire microfinance operation can be done using a center manager application. Now when I'm online, I can sync and send this data immediately when the GPRS connection is available. Similarly, you have the branch manager application as well, whereas a number of options can be related to the branch activities can be done. So I'm selecting offline and I'm entering the PIN details. I can see this is the branch manager application, where is the branch manager can perform the GRT, the prepayment, the loan amount reviews, disbursement. If the branch manager can appoint cashier, can collect cash, and can view the credit history of the client. The branch manager can also perform loan utilization and do some due disbursement and daily cash position of the client. The branch manager can also do center switching. Center switching is required in scenarios where one center is merged and has to be merged into some other center, or might be possible that the reporting day of the centers are changed. Now this is something the daily report. Something about daily report, like the branch manager can view all the report pertaining to his branch, like activity report, area report, branch report, staff report, and weekly progress report. And these are some of the reports which are very much required by the branch manager or the center manager to do their daily work, and all that is made possible on a conventional mobile handset, and that is made possible because of the technology that has been developed for the very first time in microfinance operations, known as Adam Mobile Solution, introduced by Cashpor. Thank you.